Hey Leslie, for this question we're going to use graphs to find the interval, and what we're looking at here, we have the interval from negative infinity to negative 1, and we're looking at the union of that with this interval here, negative 3 all the way to 2. So when they say use graphs, picture a number line. Here's 0, and then I'm going to graph our first interval right here. So negative infinity is all the way over here. It's like the most negative number you can ever get. And that's going to come all the way up to negative 1, which I'll use the same brackets. Now, infinity gets soft brackets or parentheses because infinity never ends. And in math, soft brackets or parentheses, when we're talking about intervals like this here, mean that negative 1 is not included as part of this interval. Okay, so negative 2 is part of this, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, blah, 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 all the way to negative infinity, but negative 1 is not part of this answer. That's what that bracket means. Next, I'm going to change my color, and I'll graph this second interval right here, negative 3 to 2. So here's negative 3. I'll just blast it in here, and I'm just using the same brackets that are given to me in the question. Okay, so I know this one is like a square bracket on negative 3, and I'll put 2 up here. This is obviously not to scale. Okay? So U is union. Union. And what that means is if we have numbers that are present in either this interval or this interval, it's going to be part of our answer. So if I think about this, and I'm going to use some colors here just to show you. The first interval, which I'll highlight in yellow, because it gets a bit messy. I like to use colors. The first interval is right here. I'll just color that. It's going to go forever in yellow. The second interval is right here in blue, and I'll color that interval right here. There it is right there. Boom. Okay? So hopefully you can see a couple of things. Number one, the union is any value from negative infinity all the way up to 2. That's what that means. Okay? So any value in this interval and any value in this interval, that's going to be our solution here. Okay? So our solution in interval notation is going to be negative infinity. And by convention, whenever infinity is involved or negative infinity, it gets the parenthesis or the soft bracket. From negative infinity all the way up to 2. And I know it's 2 with a soft bracket because I just got that right from the graph. Okay? So there she is. That's my answer. Now, interestingly enough, as a point of geekery, if we had the other way, if we had the intersection symbol, which is the flipped up version of the union symbol, the intersection symbol would be from negative 3 with a hard bracket to negative 1 with a soft bracket, because this is the point at which these two intervals intersect or overlap each other on the graph. Okay, I hope that helps. Oh, by the way, I mentioned one last thing, that the soft brackets or parentheses mean that the value is not included. The hard brackets here mean the opposite. So this is negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and that's it. There's no 2 because that has a soft bracket. Okay, hope that helps. Shoot me an email if it doesn't.